Right now, we got royalty back in the building, baby. Man. Showtime, Shawn Porter.
Showtime.
Back in the building, man.
Go,
You know what I'm
baby.
saying?
Appreciate it, man.
He's
Appreciate
back, baby.
the love, man.
Yeah,
Let's get
always,
right
baby.
into it.
Bro, I just want to say, and if you agree, you better co-sign me. That's the best jab I done seen in the business in a long motherfucking time.
Ooh.
That's the best jab I
Snappy.
done seen in the business
That bad boy
in a
crispy.
long
time.
I'm talking about. See, back when Shakur first started fighting, hell of a boxer. Still the same jab, speed, everything. But this time, he had more, nigga, sit your ass right there kind of jab. Something
This is the sexy
respectable.
part about his jab, right? the sexy part about his jab, right?
Yeah.
So you got, like, just real quick, you got so many different dimensions to the jab, right? You got the jab where you just showing it. You know what I mean? I'm just showing it, right? You got the fast jab when you want to hit. You got the strong jab when you really want to pop somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got the jab that's just, want to keep you out. You know that kind
Hell yeah.
My man was throwing his jab with some speed, but this thing where he had this thump on it, like
That respect.
Yeah.
here you are,
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, it was a snap.
boom, and I was
Yeah.
like, ooh.
Yeah.
So for that,
Yeah.
again, when he collectively used maybe one or two versions of the jab, and
Right.
he was consistently landing it. You know what I mean?
He didn't even have to
To
go
me-
in his toolbox.
Nah.
To me, that's
He
where you
didn't.
that's where you
He
talk
didn't have to
about
dig
him
deep
having
enough.
one of the best jabs in boxing is because when you basically are like, this is what I'm coming to the ring with tonight,
Yeah.
and you can't stop it, and then I don't have to divert to nothing else.
Man, he controlled the shit out of that fight.
Yeah.
He controlled that.
He shut his whole style down.
Yeah.
Man, it was reminiscent of Crawford.
Yeah.
The,
A
just
lot of people,
the precision, just the
Yeah.
taking the time and shutting them down.
Well, he spars with that boy
I
too,
know,
though. So
he was in his corner. Yeah, it was nice though, man.
Hey,
It
look,
was
want me
a
to tell you when I
beautiful
knew he was gonna whoop that ass?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you when I knew. When I seen Terrence put the coat on him and take the coat off of him.
Oh.
Nigga, you not losing, bro. This nigga put your coat
blessed
on.
you. Yeah, and he
took the coat off.
and
And,
shit.
and
Yeah,
another
gave
thing,
him the
he was
business.
in the back getting ready. He was sitting with Andre Ward, Terrence Crawford,
Yeah.
Clarissa Shields.
Yeah, he
I'm
had
just
a-
talking
yeah,
about
he
you
had
back
some
there
heat.
with royalty.
Yeah.
How are you? And this nigga come out dancing with the Jabberwockies.
Hey,
It was
fly,
over.
though. Don't hate on
I
it.
mean, it was fly.
It was fly. But
Bruh,
it didn't work.
He played Mobb Deep. He played Jay-Z. It wasn't enough New York love in there to help Teofimo out.
yeah.
It wasn't enough. I love the shit he did though. But he got his ass whooped.
I was seeing how along the way he was really just trying to poke at Shakur in so many different ways.
He did.
And, I have to say, like, I admire that. That's a part of the game that a lot of people don't really understand. Is like there's ways to touch a fighter psychologically and get them away from what they do, what they want to do. The list kind of goes on, and the most important thing is when it happens in the ring, what you do in the ring, right?
Yeah.
But outside of the ring, just seeing how he was poking the bear of Shakur Stevenson, and then what I really liked was how he kept freezing Shakur, making Shakur wait, right? So then at the weigh-in, Shakur walked over to him, and I was like, ooh, like what other fighter would have did that? Ain't no other fighter in the world would have did that. I'm tired of this. Let's get this done, right? So I appreciated that, and then when Teo, as the fight was, his entrance, and it was just like the clock was ticking. Now when the clock starts ticking, like I'm always mindful. Because I've been that fighter before. I've never had to wait long, but I know what it feels like that you did your warm up in the back, and I'm out here, I'm feeling the energy, and I gotta like hold that right there.
Because I'm waiting on
And
this.
the longer it goes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so Teo the music is thumping and it's thumping, and it's a part of me that's like, come on, man, this is some BS. The other side of me that understands
you
this is like,
understand it, right.
this is fly. You know what I mean?
It's a
It
fight.
just
It's
did not
strategy.
work.
It didn't
Strategy,
work.
yeah.
It just didn't work.
Now, did you think Teofimo had action prior to the fight?
100%.
Because we couldn't link up and get it in before. So I just want to know your take before the bell rang.
Yeah,
How did you see
100%.
that fight going before the bell rang?
I don't have any what's the word I want to use? I'm not concerned about this statement that I'm going to make. I think this is the first time I'm making this statement.
On the front
And this
page,
is-
baby.
On the front page. Y'all always
Always,
get something.
We always get, it's the Porter way too. Don't
Get
think
it by accident, though.
It just happens, right?
And this is no shade on Teo and his dad, but
sure.
they're not me and my dad. And what I mean by that is my dad knew everything that I had, knew everything that I was going to be, knew everything that I could become. And my dad literally was just plugging the shit in, plugging it in. When you look at Teofimo Lopez, why I thought he had some action, some work, because I know how much he's capable of doing. But when I say they're not like us, his dad didn't
They not like us.
Right.
They
Didn't-
not like us.
Right.
cultivate the entirety of who he is as an athlete, as a boxer. And when I look at him and I see so many different things that he's capable of doing, and then it was just right there in the moment where I'm realizing, like, damn, like, yeah, there was just so much that was missing because y'all didn't know how to apply it. Y'all didn't know how to, cultivate it. Y'all didn't know how to hone it and make it more than what it was,
See, that's deep. He always take it deeper.
For sure.
And then that's the thing I like, because boxing is the fight start. It's not just in the ring. It's not just practice. It's in so many levels of the fight.
See,
Hell yeah.
And
here's
he tapped on that. Yeah.
Because outside of that is always the game plan. That's what you're talking about, right?
Right.
That's always the game plan, and
Right.
then there's the preparation,
Yeah.
the running, and all that kind of stuff. But one of the biggest things, misconceptions, misunderstanding that people have is, well, he didn't come to the ring with a game plan. No, it's not that he didn't come to the ring with a game plan. It's that
Got hit in the
his
mouth.
ones and twos, along with getting hit in the mouth,
Yeah.
his ones and twos haven't been tapped at a frequency that's ready for someone like Shakur.
So he wasn't ready. You don't
just
think
wasn't ready
I
for
got you.
Shakur.
He underestimated him.
Not that he underestimated him,
He
he
just
just
wasn't
didn't,
ready.
just wasn't ready.
It was
you know
just,
what I mean?
it's like, it's too.
Underdeveloped robot, like
Yeah,
just
for sure.
yeah.
So
100%.
I feel like he underestimated him. I felt like even in the press conferences, the way he came in like super cocky, and I know that's his,
That's
that's
this
his
rugged
job. That's
New
what
York shit. He's selling
Yeah,
the
he's
fight. You
supposed-
know what I'm saying? But
I felt like he really didn't. He wasn't expecting what he got though. I don't think he was expecting to get beat up like that.
It's one of them things where it's like,
I think he knew.
Yeah.
so with Terrence, right? There wasn't anything. Shout out to Terrence Crawford because it
Man.
was the funniest thing,
T-Crawl,
man.
right?
Dope dude.
What's
I love that
happening?
dude,
The
man.
funniest
I don't know
thing,
him, but I love
and,
him.
and
I
this
can't-
don't
that
count.
dude is cold.
I asked him after we fought. I said, "Yo, when did you feel like you might win that fight?" He was like, "Man, he's like, the first round I picked you up."
He told you that?
Yeah, he's
Damn.
like, he was like, in the first round I picked you up.
I remember.
and I
I
swung
remember
you.
that. I remember that.
And he was like, he was right there, and I just started. I knew, and I was like, damn. I was like, cause when I got picked up, it was like I kind of knew.
Yeah.
But when a nigga pick you up, because boxers pick another nigga up in the ring all the time just
Yeah.
to test the water.
But that
Does that
joint
do
was
something
different.
mentally?
Hell yeah, it did something
When a
to
nigga
both of
do
us.
something
outside the ring.
Hell yeah.
Pick you up. Hold on, they put me down. Yeah.
There's something to
shit.
both of us. He said, "Oh yeah, I got this." I said, "Oh shit, what is happening right
Yeah.
now?" But my point is saying that, which I completely forgot. But
Nah, man, we having fun
my
up
point.
here.
What the hell was my point?
We was talking about Teofimo knowing he was about to lose. Ain't that what we was talking about?
Oh, not
yeah,
knowing until
not
you
knowing.
get in the
Oh,
ring,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
outside of like that moment right there, like I knew so much about Terrence. I did not, when that moment happened and he picked me up, like I was like, in the moment I was just like, damn, like I gave him a weakness. Like I exposed that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I didn't do any, like, damn, you know what I mean? But my point of all that is, a lot of times before you get in the ring, it looks much different than it is.
For sure.
And for Shakur, he's the kind of fighter that outside of the ring, like you said, he didn't go into his bag.
At all.
I'm really
At
not.
all.
I'm really not sure how big his bag is. He's a counterpuncher.
Yeah.
Most counterpunchers are a counterpunch.
They wait.
They are that
wait,
front
yeah.
hand. That front hand dominant to control and distract. But outside of that, there's not a really big bag coming from Shakur. So like what I mean by that is, there's not the double jab and left hand. There's not the hook off the jab and the sweet jab uppercut, and I turned and I came right back and I feinted you. Like that's a bag. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
yeah.
bag.
That's
You know what I
tricks
mean?
in that motherfucker.
So yeah, but what he does have is, like I like to say, my man
that?
he got his screwdriver, he got his hammer, he got his flathead, he got some clamps in the back, and he just knows what to go to, when to go to it, what I need. He's not putting it all together at one time like some of us out there, like me. I'm like, give me this, give me this, you know what I mean? Like
He was one at a
he's not
time.
that kind of guy, and he doesn't need to be that kind of guy. But on the outside looking in, it's like, I just got to get past the jab. I know he gonna come with a counter left, and then I got to keep up with the feet too.
Easier said than done.
And it's easier said than done.
Because even the grandpa, this is grandpa training, right?
Yeah.
Even his grandpa, I heard him saying in the corner, you ain't even put that 1-2 on his ass yet. Just keep the 1 on him. Then we'll drop that 1-2 in a minute. He ain't even seen this shit coming. Boy, he picked that boy apart, man. He did. What's next for Teofimo? Is he done?
Teo, he sound like he's done.
Is he done?
He's done a lot.
That's why he danced with the Jabberwocky. His final show. His final show.
He sounds like he's done, but I don't think that he is.
No.
I just heard that Kel Brook is coming back, and we see
Kel.
I don't know, you know, something over there. No telling what that is gonna be. And then obviously we see Keith about to get back in the ring with Fundora.
That wasn't they supposed to fight like 3 times?
Yeah, twice.
What happened?
Yeah, twice before this.
Because that's why he fought Tim Tszyu, right?
Injuries. And you know, bringing that up to say you get to a point where it looks like I'm done, and you know what else can I do? Should I do? And then when you come back, the question that was asked to me last night was, what are they spending their money? Are they just stupid? What? I said, no, it's pride. Yeah. It's the pride of I can't go out like that. It's the pride of I need people to remember me doing this and doing that, you know?
Not getting
and
my ass.
I got a feeling that that's where Teo might end up being at some point where, you know, he loves this thing. For sure. I'm not sure how much more anything else out there that he's really into, whatever the case may be. But at some point he's going to remember, you know, and it's gonna be hard for him to live this one down because of how one-sided it was.
One-sided from the coin toss.
So yeah, bro.
But I'm gonna tell you, I keep it real. I told him in the barbershop, I knew Shakur would do that to that boy. I didn't know that he would just dominate all the way through. I thought Teofimo might have had some scary moments in there to be like, I'm Teofimo, motherfucker. I would blow Machinko. Respect me. You feel me? But none of them moments showed up. Nah. This is like Shakur was more ready for that moment than he had ever. He'd been waiting his whole life.
He was stopping him at every moment.
He was stopping him right there. Where you going? I even seen him come this way with the jab. Yeah, where you going? Are we this way too? Nigga, get your ass back over here. What is you doing? You feel me? He dogged that boy, man, and I just love to see it. So I said all that to say, is Shakur the new top dog? Is he whooping Tank? Is he whooping Roach? Is he whooping
I said this a long time ago.
Talk to me now.
I said everybody thinks that Tank is gonna go in there and just knock out Shakur. It's gonna
That's not gonna happen.
But it didn't take. It shouldn't have taken this fight.
I knew he couldn't.
For people to realize,
yeah,
right?
No,
I knew that too. But yeah,
Shakur is a defensive specialist,
and I've been saying this for a long time. If you pay attention to how Tank would react whenever Shakur's name came up, I was like, yo, it's something that Tank knows that most people don't know or understand. There's something that he sees in Shakur. It could be the fact that Shakur was a 2016 silver medalist. You know,
he's got a lot to do with it.
He's that, you know, the silver child of the country, and you know, there's no telling. But this is what I've always known. It ain't just a big straight left or a big right hook coming from Tank that's going to end that night. That night is going to be the most strategical you've seen both these guys ever be in a fight. I don't know if we're going to ever get it.
I think we will.
You think we will, huh?
For sure. Who else is there if Tank trying to prove he's still the man? Who else you gonna fight?
I tried to get a message to Tank for him to like make sure he understood. Like when you get past this legal situation, he's feel me on this. Tell me if y'all feel me on this. He's gonna be just like Mike Tyson was when Mike came out of jail. Everybody
gonna be waiting for him.
Mike was the meanest thing before he went away.
Yeah,
Tank. And when he came out, everybody wanted to see what version he was now and who he was now and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. To me, it's the same thing with Tank. He's going to have an opportunity to really just go right back to being what he was before he went away. Yeah. It ain't too many people in this world that can do that.
Nah, it ain't. It ain't. And Tank is definitely, and that I'm gonna tell you why. It's because they love him like they love Mike. It's what they did when he got in the ring. Like Tank knocks niggas out. Tank gonna always get paid anytime he feel like fighting because he got that knockout ratio. Yeah. But when he come across Shakur Stevenson, I'm gonna say it here on the front page. And Tank, I love you, brother, and still would love to talk to you. 100. But when you get in there with Shakur, it's gonna remind me of Deontay Wilder fighting Tyson Fury.
Ooh. Yeah.
Because what you gonna do when you come across a motherfucker you can't knock out? Yeah. Only thing you gonna do is just get more frustrated.
That's a terrible analogy.
I'm just saying.
Only reason why I'm saying it's a terrible analogy is because Tank Davis. Remember, you've heard Coach Cal say this all the time. He says it's the same thing, and I know exactly what he means. We just waiting on somebody to pull it out of him. You ever hear him say that?
Yeah, yeah.
We got so much. It's just we ain't been able to show it because we ain't been able to show it because ain't nobody been able to pull it out of him. we looking forward to the big fights. We looking forward to the big matchups because those are the kind of people that's gonna pull it out of him. So with a fight with Shakur, you're gonna see this boxing style that you don't usually get from Tank. You're gonna see IQ. We saw IQ, but to me, it was low IQ because the reason why it was low IQ is because everybody followed the script. And what I mean by that is you see somebody's IQ take place when a fighter makes an adjustment, and now you have to adjust to what that fighter is doing. And that's kind of where you see
who's smart,
you know what I mean?
Who get a hold of it.
I think my fight with Terrence shows a very high level of IQ from both of us. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And that's what Tank is gonna do with Shakur. He's gonna come into the ring and be a different version of himself than he's had to be before. Mm-hmm. And that was something that Deontay respectfully just didn't have the ability to do. Deontay was going to be a knockout artist.
Yeah, but when you 43-0 and 43 knockouts, what else are you working on in the gym?
Yeah.
You thinking you finna knock this nigga out too soon as he come in the ring? What are you working to change?
I don't get paid for overtime.
I thought just to digress for a second, I thought Deontay's team was going to step him up.
Had to elevate
I thought they was going to elevate him.
But it's I ain't never boxed. I just been in the business and I love the sport.
Likewise.
But so when I say it's from the outside looking in, but being around it a long time. You know what I'm saying? So when you have a knockout artist and all this nigga do is knock niggas out,
that's kind of all they working on.
You not really. I mean, you keep it sharp. You working your mitts and shit, and you doing all of that. But
what's crazy though is how like. Just that's common sense as a human being.
For sure.
That's what I'm right.
My man over here, like, but you know, I hear you, but
I'm just saying.
At some point, shouldn't I at least dabble in trigonometry?
It's
not going to always be addition and subtraction.
Right.
That's just common sense.
Common sense.
And
in
but
my opinion.
To me, the other side of it is they just didn't. I don't think they really knew how to put the pieces to the puzzle together. So.
I mean, but
okay.
Is it hard to teach a knockout artist how to box if he ain't never had to box? I know everybody's seen the logo at the bottom of the screen on the front page. That's right, baby. Alky Water. Now, y'all can scan that QR code and make sure y'all test some of the crispness water out there, man. Tell them the front page sent you, and it's how we keep everybody freshly hydrated on the show, baby. Alky.
No. What I think is it takes
because Mike couldn't really box if he didn't knock you out in them first 4 or 5 rounds.
That's not true.
If you drain him,
I was just getting ready to say that. I don't agree with that one.
Mike's situation just went a completely different way.
Yeah.
Mike's situation once he started getting past rounds. Early in his career, if he had gone rounds, he would have been okay because he had Cuss in his corner, right?
True shit.
So once Cuss goes, and now I know a small percentage of that story, but I also know what that does to anybody, right? So basically, when Cuss goes away, the things that Mike would have been doing with Cuss, there was nobody that could replace Cuss.
True.
There were people that could replace my dad because my dad had people in place that had so much knowledge in boxing and conditioning and all these other kinds of things that we could have kept the train rolling. But for someone like Mike at his point in time, there was no one that could replace all that kind of stuff, right? True. So Mike's an alpha male, and what you need is an alpha male in front of you or someone that you respect to that point. Cuss, I don't know if Cuss was an alpha male, but in Mike's mind, he was.
Oh yeah, Cuss was the end all be all to Mike.
Yeah. So once that goes away from Mike, it was like. Again, this is the stuff that people don't understand about boxing, right? So
teach them, Shawn.
I'm gonna tell y'all what my dad told me. Boxing is just like life, right? So in life we have a roller coaster, right? Mm-hmm. There's the roller coaster of the physical. There's the roller coaster of the emotional, the spiritual, the mental, the same. Everything goes on, right? So why you build a fighter up from 4 rounds to 6 rounds to 8 rounds to 10 rounds to 12, and you don't get to 12 until I know you can handle 10. You don't get to 10 until I know you can handle 8. It's because this is how the fight is, and when you see a fighter start to do this, you know he can handle it, and you say, okay, let's step you up. Mike, early in his career, it was always this. He never had to go through a roller coaster ride through the fight. So once he gets a little
knocking
bit,
them niggas out.
once he gets a little bit older, guys are a little bit stronger, more experienced and stuff like that, and he starts going through this. He don't know how to handle it, and that's why. For Mike, it was always a big dive. Yeah. That shit was never just a, well, I didn't win this one. It was always a big dive because that those emotions and psychological stuff that you haven't been able to build yourself up to, it's gonna be a big dive.
Man, well, you know, I gotta ask you about this because this brother was on the card, man. The businessman.
Yeah.
Keyshawn.
Whew.
Let's talk about that boy went out there. I'm talking. Keyshawn, you did your goddamn thing, man. On everything, we need you on the front page.
Yeah.
When you beat him from start to finish.
Yeah.
I mean, even when he had the fight won, he had something in his eyes like, nah, I gotta finish the play.
Yeah, he already
like
knew,
I know
yeah,
I got the
yeah,
fight won.
yeah,
I could coast for this last 3, but something I gotta finish. I gotta scrape the plate.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Sean Zattel, right? So Sean
up,
said,
Sean?
Sean said something that I never thought about, and then when he said it to me, I was like, wow. He said this fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford, he said fighters and coaches are going to be studying that fight. Mm-hmm. They're going to be learning from that fight. That's wild to me. I understand studying Floyd and learning how some of his techniques and stuff, to watch a full fight and study a full fight, and you can learn so much in that fight, how to manage rounds, so much that you can learn. I was like, yo, when he said that, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to me, when it comes to Keyshawn, I think Keyshawn fighters should be studying what he did at the end of that fight. We're not gonna coast. This ain't what's gonna sell. If you sold 5,000 tonight, once you coast, you gonna sell 5,000 tomorrow night. Yeah. What he just did, he sold 10,000.
Yes.
Now you
scrape the plate
because he finished that.
Yeah.
That's the stuff I want these guys studying.
Man, I
studying
love to
how
see
to
him
study
do
that.
What I'm it's like a trend. Like I don't even know what to call it, but his fight, Crawford's fight, Shakur's fight. It's this style where they really playing chess. It's not this going in quick. It's really just like
it's chess,
I'm super
baby.
calm, and I'm just watching it, and I'm just picking you apart and shutting all your shit down. Like you could tell. I seen Keyshawn fight a few times, but I never seen the guy he fought. Yeah. But whoever he fought, I could tell him like he's shutting that man. And whatever he trying to get off, he couldn't get it off.
You know what that remind me of? That remind me of those action films like John Wick, like the 007s and the Mission Impossibles, how they always just end up in the right place at the right time, how they're always just outsmart everybody, and how they always just, bing, bing, and when the bad guy knew you was up there, you down here. They have always, that's the chess that you see in film and stuff like that, and they've applied that, truly applied that to the boxing ring of being that chess move. And bang, and then chess move, and then bang,
I don't think everybody's IQ is able to grasp that though. Everybody's boxing IQ. And again, like I said, I've never been in a fight, or in a fight in a ring. I've been in a fight. I ain't never been in no ring. It's a whole different.
Yeah, two totally different fights right there.
He said, "I'm valid. Y'all need to know I'm valid."
Don't come with that bullshit now. But I lost what I was saying. But anyway. It just the style is just it's crazy. It's different. Y'all talk me out my damn thought.
Nah, man, it happens on the front page, man. It happens. But I do want to ask you this though, Shawn, and tell me if you agree with it, because of course what Keyshawn did, fabulous. Yeah. Of course, what Shakur did was fabulous. Yeah. Now everybody hollering they want to see them two fight. But But Keyshawn said he ain't gonna do it because Shakur was there for him in ways like, this my brother. I would never want to fight him. He helped me when I was down. Yeah. So do you think that can happen? Because you and Terrence was friends. Yeah. And y'all ended up scrapping. Do you think they'll end up scrapping just later on down the line when the money too good?
Their fraternity is different from my fraternity with Terrence. You know what I mean? Like they've spent some true time together. You know what I mean? With me and Terrence, we've caught up at different fights, and of course now later on, as I progressed in my career, I was a little close to him and stuff like that, but. They truly have like a brotherhood.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
They might end up doing what I did with Terrence. I just pulled Terrence aside like, yo, man, let's do it because we want to do it. Let's not let the business, force us to do it. And they might end up doing something like that where they're like, hey, if the money just makes that much sense, if we end up being the number one guy and there's nothing left or whatever the case may be, let's go ahead and go at it. For me, that's kind of really what it was with me and Terrence at the point where I ended up getting that fight. I was like, ain't nobody else I want to see in this thing anyway. He the best out there. I'm gonna do that and I'm done.
Do you think they should get it on earlier than sooner than later, earlier on in their career than later on?
They both still growing, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
and they both under 30 still, right?
Yeah, they both still under 30. Shakur much closer to his prime, I think, than Keyshawn. Yeah. Keyshawn is still going through a lot of different things in and out of the ring. He's still gonna grow and stuff like that. Shakur, I think, is who he is, and he's just gonna kind of just blossom,
open up
from
more.
there.
Yeah, I got you.
He gonna be pound for pound.
Is Shakur gonna be pound for pound? I mean, I hate the whole pound for pound conversation, but that was an elite guy that you just one hand, like, you know, True. He clearly is in the top 10. And
but he made it look so easy.
He made it look so easy. You know, what can you do?
I don't want to see him fight Conor Ben.
Nah.
I don't want to see that. But I think Shakur hollering his name because he know he easy work. That's why he just said his name on TV like that so many times for all the money people to throw the money. But I think it's a better fight for him out there than Conor.
The thing with Conor, you get is that status, that level is gonna go to another level, and I think that I could be wrong, but I think he might even be considering that too. You know, he ain't in this thing just to win the medals and the trophies and become pound for pound, that kind of stuff. He really, I think Shakur wants to be just like Terrence, considered an elite superstar in the game, and if I ain't number one, I'm number two, and I think that a fight with Conor gets him there.
Okay, God damn.
Right on.
Well, I got one more I want to ask you about, man, because I know I ain't going to see you after this, so I got to get it out you now. Shawn stays busy, man. Man, we got Mario Barrios and Ryan Garcia about to fight, man. How you see that fight playing out? I mean, because Ryan, he can't punch. Barrios is no punk. He only lost once, to my knowledge, when Tank knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? He had a draw with Pacquiao. Pacquiao was older.
It's gonna be an interesting.
I'm just saying.
I think it's gonna be an interesting matchup.
Hell of a fight. So I want Shawn's.
I'm curious though, man. Like Barrios is not coming with the style that Ryan or that Rolly came with. Rolly came moving, very shifty, and I think that really just threw Ryan off. I think Ryan has some other stuff going on as well. He just did not use offense. That was weird. Mario is going to be in front of him. He's going to use his jab. He's going to work behind his jab, and he's going to be trying to initiate conversation. And
all night.
To me, that's what leads to like pretty good boxing match. If Ryan is punching back, if Ryan is, the timing that Ryan has specifically with that left hook, amazing. Right. Can he knock out Mario? Mario's going to go down and get up if he gets knocked down. You know what I mean? What happens if Mario drops Ryan? You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of intangibles here with this one.
Which makes it a great fight.
Yeah, it's a really good fight.
Yeah. I can't wait.
This is one of those fights where I hate that people look at the tabloids and they use that to give them the suggestion, should I watch this, should I not, right? So what I mean by that is you got Mario in a draw against a 50-year-old Manny Pacquiao. 47-year-old Manny Pacquiao, right?
Does that mean he really lost?
And then I didn't think he won that fight, right? So, did he actually win? And so those are the tabloids, right? And then you got Ryan Garcia coming off of a loss to Rolly Romero. He got dropped and he didn't use any offense. And, we know he was doing the PEDs. I don't think he's the same person. This one, you got to, I'm telling y'all, tune into this one because it's going to be good. It's going to be good. But y'all watching it because y'all going to report it. You watching it because you love the game.
Yeah.
I want the people that was watching Ryan because of everything that he was doing before.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of them probably done rolled him off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Watch this one. Watch this one.
He coming back. Because people thought he was written off when he fought Tank.
Yeah.
Tank knocked him out.
Yeah,
Ryan's done.
Yeah.
Nah, Ryan just fought Tank.
Yeah.
That was it. You just end up fighting a nigga who you just can't whoop. Sometimes it just happens. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it goes.
Y'all like that one?
I love it.
Y'all like that one?
Which one? The Mario Barrios?
Yeah.
I love it.
Are
I
you
can't
going?
wait to see it.
You going?
I want to go.
Yeah.
You going? They ain't credentialed the
might
front
get
page.
hired to work.
Maybe we can get in on the Porter way. If you got an extra pass, I'll hold the camera or
see
something.
what I can do. I'll see what I can do.
I'll hold the camera or the mic.
See what I can do.
Probably the camera.
Yeah. Don't hold the mic. Hold the camera.
I'm going to hold the camera. If I hold the mic, they're going to want me to sing all night. Goddammit. It's just what I do. But, man, hey, Shawn, thank you, bro, for coming through, man, because I couldn't wait to hear this man's take on this fight, man. I wanted to call him at least 30 times, but I kept my composure. I was trying to get him here to do the pre-fight, but the homie was busy, but I'm glad he always come back to the front
I
page,
got y'all,
man.
big dog.
Thank you, man. You got anything to say on them, Wop, man?
Nah, man. Same. Just appreciate you, man.
Oh yeah, always.
And where can they find you at, Mr.
Man,
Shawn Porter?
Showtime, Sean P on everything. You can always find me on the front page.
Always find the homie on the front page, man.
Yeah, go to clip that.
You know what? And I'm gonna make sure he has the collab on there, man. Well, remember, it's like we always said. You always on the front page doing it the Porter way.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Or the Porter way is on the front. Either way,
sir.
flip it. Both names.
However you want it. Yeah.
And on that note, man, we out.
Yeah.
Peace.